Well, welcome back. I just literally did the same thing that I did last time. Started the video, up again. Alright, so it is time for our last chapter of Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last. And I can't wait to see what happens in the last chapter of the book. She hasn't gotten glasses yet. So this must be the chapter where she does. Alright. Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last. Book 18 by Barbara Park. Illustrated by Denise Brunkus. Chapter 8. Showing and Telling. Friday. Dear First Grade Journal. Today I brought my new glasses to school. They are hiding in my sweater pocket because I don't want to put them on. That's why. My stomach is in a knot ball. Also, there is tension in my head. We are having show and tell soon. I wish this day was over. From Junie B. First Grader. Mr. Scary clapped his hands. Okay, boys and girls, please put your journals away now. I'll give you more time later if you need it. But right now we have to get started with show and tell. Who would like to go first this morning? May sprang out of her chair. I would, she called out. Then she quick grabbed a brown envelope out of her backpack and she ran to the front of the room. It's my report card from kindergarten, everyone, she said, real thrilled. I brought my report card to share with you. May waved it all around in the air. Look, can everyone see this? I got all E pluses. E is for excellent. See? There's an E plus next to every single subject. She held the report card in front of her. Okay, now I will read you each subject one by one, she said. After that, she took a deep breath and she started to read. Number 1, I followed directions. Number 2, I used my time wisely. Number 3, I observed school rules. Number 4, I cleaned up my work area. Number 5, Mr. Scary stood up. Thank you, May, he said. That is very interesting. But I'm afraid that we're going to have to move along now. And May raised her voice. Number 5, I was courteous and respectful. Number 6, I used materials wisely. Number 7, Just then, Mr. Scary took May's arm and he led her back to her seat. Lenny raised his hand to go next. He passed around his new styling gel. Plus, also, he let us touch his hair. After that, Sheldon showed us how long he could stand on one foot. And Joe sang a song about frogs. And Shirley showed us about her turkey sandwich. She showed us the bread and the mayonnaise and the tomato. Finally, Mr. Scary stood up again. All righty, Shirley, excellent sandwich, he said, but I really think it should go back in its bag now. Shirley sat down. Mr. Scary looked around the room. Okay, who wants to go next? He said. My stomach flipped and flopped, because a nervous idea popped into my head. That's why. I looked down at my glasses in my sweater pocket. Then I swallowed very hard and I quick raised my hand in the air. Me, I blurted out. I do. Mr. Scary smiled. Great, Junie B, he said. Did you bring something to share? I quick pulled my hand down again. No, I said. I just changed my mind. My heart was thumping and pumping. I peeked at my glasses one more time. Then all of a sudden, my legs stood up and they rushed me to the front of the room. My knees were wobbly and shaking. I bent over and did deep breaths. Mr. Scary came over to me. "Are you okay, Junie B?" he asked. "Would you like to sit down and wait to do this another day?" "No," I said. "I want to get this over with." Then, fast as anything, I reached into my pocket and I pulled out my new glasses. May started to laugh. It was loudish and meanish. "Look, it's her glasses," she yelled. "She brought her glasses for show and tell. And ha, they're purple." Tears came into my eyes. I covered my face with my hands. I wanted to sit down real bad, but my legs would not even move. I stood there very frozen. And then, all of a sudden, I heard a noise. It was the sound of running feet, I think. I looked up. My new friend Herb was hurrying to the front of the room. And guess what? He took the glasses right out of my hand, and he put them on his own face. "Cool," he said. "Purple glasses." He looked all around. "Wow," he said. "My eyes could never see out of these." "Junie B, your eyes must be really special." He looked admiring of me. "How do your eyes even do that, huh? Do you have X-ray vision or something?" he asked. I shrugged my shoulders, kind of shy. "I don't actually know, Herbert," I said possibly. Herb gave the glasses back to me. "Here," he said, "put them on and read something." I rocked back and forth on my feet. "Well, okay, Herb, if you insist," I said. After that, I put on my glasses and walked all the way to the back of the room. I read the announcement off the board. "Friday, September 23rd. I read, "Today, get ready for show and tell." I smiled real proud. "The end," I said. After that, I went back to my desk. Herb hurried over to me. He gave me a high five. And guess what else? Lenny and Joe gave me high fives too. Mr. Scary did a thumbs up. "Excellent, Junie B. Jones," he said. "See," said Jose. "Excellente." "Yes," called Lucille. "I like those glasses too, Junie B, because purple is a popular fashion color this fall." My heart felt cheery at that news. I looked at May very smudgy. "Well, yay for purple," I said. After show and tell was over, Mr. Scary gave us more time for our journals. I picked up my pencil real happy, and I added 2 more lines. "P.S. Hey, what do you know? I think I might like first grade." I looked around the room and grinned. Everything was crystal clear. All right, well, that was the end of our book, Junie B. Jones, First Grader at Last. So I hope you enjoyed that book, and I'm going to go take a peek and see what book is next. Let me see. It looks like Junie B. Jones' Boss of Lunch is going to be next. I think I read that book in my other channel, but it's best to read it again, right? Alright, well. Oh, and as you all know in my last video, I just fell asleep taking a nap. And then and then my hand was like right here, so then I just stopped. So then I was tossing and turning, so my hand just stopped the video at that point. But I eventually woke up. I woke up like 10 to 5 minutes later. Okay, hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm so tired. I gotta stop the video before I fall asleep. Okay. Well, looks like I'm already gonna fall asleep. Okay, I'm gonna get my hand ready. Oh no, I'm gonna fall asleep any minute. But I'm so icy.